This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Good morning and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Friday, December 3. In Squiz Kids Today, case of the missing tennis player, the teachers that took a helicopter to school, whales scoff thousands of Big Macs, and Bad Bunny tops the charts. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
There will be no major women's tennis matches held in China for the foreseeable future as concerns continue to grow about the well-being and whereabouts of Chinese tennis star Peng Shuai. Peng, who is a former world number one doubles player, has not been seen in public since she made accusations against one of the most powerful men in China. There have since been appearances by Peng on Chinese TV and an interview staged between Peng and the head of the International Olympic Committee, but still, many people are worried that because she made a public and very serious accusation against a high-ranking Chinese government official, that she has been detained by Chinese authorities. Now, why would they do that? Well, China has a different sort of government to the one we have here. In a democracy like the one we have in Australia, it's okay to have a bad opinion about the people who run the country and to even express that opinion. It's also okay to confront those people if you believe they've done something wrong. In China, however, which lived for many years under what is called communist rule, there's a sort of government where people can get into trouble if they criticize their leaders. So why is any of this important? Because sport can often be a really powerful tool to make a political point. Meanwhile, the hashtag #WhereIsPengShui is trending on social media, with big-name tennis stars like Naomi Osaka and Serena Williams adding their voices to the chorus. Watch this space.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Puerto Rico, an island nation in the Caribbean, which is the home of the singer Bad Bunny, who was yesterday revealed to be the most streamed artist on Apple Music and Spotify this year. Puerto Rico is something of a powerhouse when it comes to music. Pop singer and voice judge Ricky Martin comes from there, and Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda has Puerto Rican heritage as well. Bad Bunny, which I'm going to guess is perhaps not the name his parents put on his birth certificate, came in just ahead of Taylor Swift, Drake, Justin Bieber, and BTS in the top 5 most streamed artists of 2021. Olivia Rodrigo also had a good year. Her song, Driver's License, was the most streamed song on Spotify this year, with more than 1.1 billion streams. Wow.
Squiz Kids salutes.
And it's a big Squiz Kids salute to the teachers of Bedgerabong Public School near Forbes in regional New South Wales, who have gone to extraordinary lengths to get to class as rivers rise and floodwaters continue to engulf their region. Cut off from their school by rising floodwaters, the teachers hitched a ride in a rural fire services helicopter, landing on the school oval in time for the bell and to call the roll. How's that for dedication? I bet the kids were ecstatic. Bedgerabong is a farming community without shops of its own, and since floodwaters rose there 2 weeks ago, they've been isolated and relying on state emergency services to drop supplies to them, with authorities advising that roads in and out of the town could be cut off until Christmas. Yikes! If you're out there listening to this, Bedgerabong, send us a message at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au and let us know you're okay. Can you hear that? That's the sound of kids getting excited about the Christmas school holidays. And because we know how much you're going to miss us, we've prepped a whole bunch of bonus Squiz Kids content for the school holes. Kids versus adult quizzes to test how well you've been paying attention to the year just gone. Quizzes on music, movies, space to get you through those long summer days. And a bunch of shortcuts too. deep dives into cool topics, from earthquakes and volcanoes to the ashes and the world's toughest animals. Search Squiz Kids on Apple Podcasts and sign up for your free trial today to make sure you don't miss out.
Animal Kingdom.
Can you imagine eating 30 Big Macs in one day? How about 30,000? Because that's what scientists have found out that humpback and blue whales eat every single day. Okay, so they don't actually go to an underwater drive-thru and order burgers. Scientists have found that whales eat 16 tons of krill every day, which contains 20 million calories, which is the equivalent of 30,000 Big Macs. Krill are tiny crustaceans that look a little bit like shrimp, and I have it on good authority they taste nothing like a burger. The new research, which we talked about a bit in the podcast the other week, found that these whales eat 3 times more than was previously thought. And of course, where there's food, there's also poo. Lots of poo. Luckily, whale poo is rich in iron, and lots of things in the ocean need that iron. Personally, though, I prefer to get my iron from a good steak, but each to their own.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What's the name of the singer from Puerto Rico who's just been named the most streamed artist for 2021? That's right, it's Bad Bunny. Question number 2. Which country is under pressure to confirm women's tennis player Peng Shuai is okay? Yeah, that's right, it's China. Question number 3. Humpback whales eat the equivalent of how many Big Macs a day? You got it, it's 30,000. Whoa!
Shout-outs.
It's December 3. Today's the International Day of People with a Disability, a really important day. Plus, 29 years ago today, the first ever text message was sent. And what was that message, I hear you ask? Well, it was a message that said, Merry Christmas. But probably only because the poo emoji hadn't yet been invented. It's also a Friday, and you know what that means. A good excuse to crack out the old birthday reggae tune. Hit it! And it's a happy birthday to Charlie from Haberfield, Dylan from Oran Park, Braden from Gilliston Heights, and Jeremy from Queensland. Not forgetting, of course, all of those Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday over the coming weekend. Laura from Fairfield Heights, Tyler from Dubbo, Tani from Kempsey, Abby from Cardiff, Lucy from Vermont, Dana from Athelston, and Hudson from Ellenbrook. And although it's a Friday and we don't usually give classroom shout-outs on a Friday, it's a special day for all the Year 6 students at Cannon Hill State School as they celebrate the end of primary school today with their graduation tonight. Have a great night, kids. And finally, a special shout-out to the Year 3-4 teacher Belinda Bain from Bulwarra Public School and Tiffany Partington, a mum of Squiz Kids at Cranbrook Junior School, who have both signed up as fully fledged Squiz Kids for Schools members, ensuring that they have access all of next year to our daily classroom resources and shortcuts episodes. Welcome aboard, team! Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you'll want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again on Monday. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.